beautiful Sunday afternoon. This is Rubbin Minds. Welcome. My name is Ebuka Obuchens. Thank you very much for joining us on what is another special occasion on Rubbin Minds. As always, we're going to be kicking off the show, looking back at the week that was and all the things that have, caught our attention in the past week. Of course, every week we talk about it, and it's probably the most burning issue as much as every other thing happens in this country. Mr. President is still away. A lot of Nigerians are very concerned as to how long this is going to take. We're going on our third month now with President Buhari not being in power, or not being in power, not being in Nigeria. Especially, it's more concerning because we haven't seen any pictures, we haven't heard from him. We are only hearing from people who supposedly saw him and saying things that should assuage the fears of Nigerians. But I don't know that it's helping a lot, and Nigerians are just generally concerned, and we don't know how much longer this is going to be. Unfortunately, there's a vacuum in the constitution, which means he could just be there for as long as, I don't know. Well, we're going to be tackling that and all some other issues from the past week. I have you with me, Emmanuel Dele. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
Starting with that now, how are you feeling? I mean, there's a lot of people who have said, well, things are going fine. We have an acting president who's doing an okay enough job, and there doesn't seem to be a vacuum. But why shouldn't we be concerned? I mean, it's going on the third month, like I said, and Mr. President has still not shown up in any form. What are you thinking?
It's really, really worrying, Ebuka, that after we had the Yaradua incident, we still never took advantage of that opportunity to make the amendments in our constitution. It's really painful when I see some of my friends say that there's no vacuum. Now, we have an acting president who clearly is taking orders from a substantive president who all of us cannot ascertain is of a sound mental state.
When you say he's clearly taking orders, how do you mean?
Well, it is very glaring that Osinbajo, and he has said repeatedly, that whatever he is doing is what the mandate he got from his boss to do. Now, he has been very magnanimous to give credit for everything he has achieved, in quotes, to his boss. And we also saw him make that very quick dash to London and back. Well, we never knew what they discussed there, which is a very big problem in Nigeria.
Some have alleged that they didn't even meet.
That is the big problem we have in Nigeria. That huge vacuum of information is a problem. It allows for so much rumor, so much uncertainty, and it's affecting us. We are trying to recover from a recession. And trust me, we are recovering at a slow pace, which would have been faster if there was clarity and direction in leadership. If Buhari is still mentally and physically capable to be president, please let us know. If he is not, nobody's going to begrudge an old man for being sick. It's just natural. He will fall sick. He's old. And the task of running the country can make even a young you, Ebuka, fall sick. Let alone a very elderly old man from all the war, the battles he has fought as a soldier. But save the country that stress. Save yourself the stress. Save the country your stress. Save your party the stress. And then let us know what's going on with you.
Do you think that's honestly going to happen? Seeing, I mean, all of the secrecy that this has been shrouded in, his spokespeople are not even saying much anymore. I don't know when last I heard from Garba Shehu. Once in a while we'll hear from a few of the other spokespeople, but there's really nothing being said anymore. Do you think we're going to actually get to a point where we'll actually hear something, looking at the precedents that's been set?
I watched the video when the official spokesman for the country, the Minister of Information, said the last time he saw the president or had any kind of relation with the president was when he was leaving. So if Lai Mohammed does not even know the current state of the president.
Well, I say this every week and I'm going to say it again. Hopefully Mr. President gets well soon. We definitely want him back in the country and back to running the affairs. He made a lot of promises when he was running for election, and it's only fair that he comes back and fulfills some of those promises. And I mean, elections are almost around the corner again. Knowing Nigeria by next year, we're back to another cycle. But let's leave that now and go to Boko Haram. We don't talk about that a lot anymore, but they got back in the news this week, and the Nigerian army has ordered troops to capture I don't know how many times he's been killed, Abubakar Shekau. I think he's been killed about 4 or 5 times. And but now they've been given 40 days to capture him. I don't know. Since he's been, and we've heard, when I say he's been killed, I say that because even the military has confirmed a few times that they think he was dead, or they think they had killed him or shot him or whatever. So now being ordered to capture him again within 40 days means he's still alive. At least they think he's still alive. And this timeline of 40 days, I don't know how that's supposed to work out. What's your take on that?
First and foremost, I need to give credit to the Nigerian army. They've made so much strides with the Boko Haram. That said, it would be an amazing victory for Nigeria if the real Shekau is finally killed. It would be an amazing victory. Now, again, that said, Nigeria has not been the country that does well with timelines. I can't count how many timelines we've given ourselves for things and we never meet them. So much that, and again, I ask myself, what is the reason for the public pronunciation of 40 days? If you do have an operation to take out Shekau, I'm not a military man, I'm not an expert in these things, but I think it should be covered.
So you think we shouldn't know?
Take him out and then let us now know you've taken him out. Because if you give the man heads up, you won't take him out in 40 days. If the man is really in the country, won't he make moves? I would love to see Shekau taken out within 40 days. I'll be so happy. It would give the country so much relief. And I'm praying seriously that within 40 days, the real Shekau is taken out. But I'm not holding my breath. I'm not even watching the news. No, I'm not.
Wow. So are you completely pessimistic about this? You don't think it's going to happen? And secondly, as a follow-up on that, looking at the way Boko Haram seems to be set up these days, is Shekau still central to the way Boko Haram operates? Because we've heard so many talks about splinter groups. I mean, the entire format of Boko Haram has changed. They don't claim territory anymore. We see here sporadic attacks. Is that still Shekau's Boko Haram?
I do think there are different groups right now. But I also do think that Shekau is still alive and it controls the main one. So it's a case of take out the biggest and then contain the little ones around here. Yes, we have a very big challenge with these splinter groups that are here and there, dropping bombs here and there. We need to improve our intelligence and then take care of these ones. But